This is old Uncle Mark in the mothership, 3-string cigar box guitar. This is a pretty advanced tune. It is Same Old Blues again. It's by JJ Cale. This is kind of a hybrid JJ Cale, Lynyrd Skynyrd version. It's on the Lynyrd Skynyrd "Give Me Back My Bullets" album. There's also a great video of the band playing it on the Old Grey Whistle Stop. The Old Grey Whistle show. I think it's a British show actually. So anyway, look at those, and so this is kind of the beginner of it. So the song is in A. It has a D in it. It has a C in it. It has a B flat in it. So basically, okay, the song goes, have you heard that rumor that's going around? My baby's got a man way across town. Same old story. Where will it end? C. Same old blues, B flat. Same old blues again. So it's an A, it's a D, it's an A, it's a D, then it's a C, B flat, A. But there's a trick in it. So I want you to get this little trick. So this little trick, you're going to use your A note, you're going to use your E note, you're going to use your A note again, and you're going to use the open G. And you're going to be using your pick and kind of working all over the place. So I'm going to try to pick this out really slow. So here you are, you can see the pick in front of me. Let me try to get out of the shadow here. My hand is in my own shadow. So you're going to pick the A, then you're going to pick up the A, then you're going to pick the G, so you're going to go back and forth a little bit. So A, G, E, A. So A, G, E, A. So work on that. Okay, so you know the phrasing is going to be the same. So if you pretend that the nut is where your other finger is, and you did it like this, you would do the same thing in D. Right? So you do the same thing like this, pretending it's like this, although you're going to use your first finger. But I like to pretend where my fingers are because that gives me an idea of how to play it in different patterns. Okay? So it's this pattern. C, B flat. So that's what I want you to work on, is this pattern. So once you get that, Okay? You get that pattern and it's nailed, then add this. You're going to come all the way up here, okay, to your C. You're going to hit it twice. So you're going to come out of this, C, E, open, D, G, A. So the way I would approach this is start thinking that you're going to use your pinky up here. You can use your third finger. Boy, it's a stretch. It's good with your pinky. So that's what I would work on, is stretching, and this is how your hand shape wants to be. So that's how your hand shape wants to be. This is actually called the second position because your first position is here, second position, third position, fourth position. A little bit of theory will throw in there. And you'd be up here. So you got to take this pattern, pretend it's here, but it's not, it's on D, and you're going to have to shift. It's a difficult concept to start thinking of these big shifts. So you're here. If this is A, okay, this is what D would look like, right? Problem is, in A, you have open strings, so you're going to have to work in here. So you're going to have to do big shifts. So in D it looks like so, in A it looks like so. But remember, you're using open strings. So you're going to have to continue to use those strings on that C from the D. So it's a very difficult song to do. We haven't even gotten to the slide parts yet. What I would do with playing your slide, I'm going to grab one right here, is when you're coming up, so you're here. So it's in A. So when the song starts, then when you go to D, then you go to A, then you go to D again, then you go back all the way up to A up here. Okay? Then you come back to C, B flat, A. So we'll go through that again. The song's in A, so you're going to start out in low A. Have you heard that rumor that's going round? My baby's got a man way across town. D, same old story. Tell me, where will it end? B flat, C, same old blues. B flat, same old blues again. Okay, so that's where you want to be. That's the thinking of this. You know, I tend to stay away from loopers. I used to live with a looper. My whole life was living with a looper. I was a one-man band. Used to play in New Orleans. Used to play in Memphis. Used to play in Florida, all over the place. And I lived with a looper, and I finally ditched the looper. So now I want to do it a different way. So this is how I would play it live. I would start out with the standard thing and go. Heard that rumor that's going around. My baby's got a man that's way across town. Same old story. Tell me, where will it end? Same old blues again. flat, C, D flat. That's how I would approach this song. I wouldn't try to do the slide parts at the same time. I would use them as chords. Slides work great as chords. You can see where I'm at here on this A. You see where the A, the fret is there. You can see the fret. And remember, 14, 12, 13, 14 is A again. So that's how I would approach this song. It's terribly difficult. It took me a few days to wrap my head around it, and I've been playing this stuff awfully long time. So, work on this little trick. That's really a fun trick. And you're going to find that Lynyrd Skynyrd songs are like that very much. Same with JJ Cale. He does this little tricks within the chord shapes. And I didn't know if I ever got into this, but what I consider, let me put my slide away. I consider all this, right, from that finger on A this way to the pickup to be up or on top of the chord. And I consider everything on the other end, south or that way towards the nut, to be on the bottom of the chord. Okay, so if you're playing on the bottom of the chord, you're playing in G to A. If you're playing on top of the chord, you're playing A to B or C. So if you're on top of the chord, you're on the bottom of the chord, you're on, right? Because you're playing to the G. Or that's on top of the chord. That's on the bottom of the chord. So that's how I think, just giving you an idea of how my mental brain works, you know? So think of your chords on top, think of your chords on the bottom. So this is a lesson on how to play Same Old Blues. I'm going to go through it a little bit so you can hear it one more time. Have you... Heard that rumor going around. Baby's got a man way across town. Same old story. Tell me where would it end? Same old blues, the same old blues again. All right, that's at speed. This is old Uncle Mark. This is a lesson on how to play Same Old Blues. This is a 3-string cigar box guitar. And so I have a virtual tip jar below. This is a paypal.me/UncleMarkTips. Thank you for all your donations. Thanks for all your support, your song suggestions. Believe me, I'm getting to them. Some of them are very complex, and it takes me a long time to figure them out. I'm sorry about that. It's just what it is. And so we'll keep sending them out to you. Thank you so much. Bye.